and all they need to do is sit down and listen, but they don't have the time to. They're always too busy.
So cool. One time me and my sister ran away to the train station down the road from me, and basically that was like our cry for help, if you know what I'm saying. Although like we made it clear that we need help, it didn't work.
I think they should listen more to the person they are, a social worker too, because I've found that social workers think they know it all, and then they do stuff even though you said no, that doesn't work, and then they end up making the situation worse. As human beings, we have a choice. We can walk away and say no, I don't want to do this, but at the same time we don't have a choice because it's our family, and if we walked away then, well, it would just be wrong. You can't walk away from something like that. So I know from my own experiences, I've felt trapped. I've felt like I have no say in anything, and I don't know, it's not fun. It's not just helping around the house or whatever, or helping your friends, it's also the mental stuff that you go through as a young carer. I've seen a lot of people in my young carers group, especially the older ones, they've been self-harming, and I think there should be something in place, some kind of support for that as well.
They shouldn't just like walk in and say, oh, we need to talk to you, we don't think your family's going right, and all that. They should like sit down and talk to you and like find out your point of view, not anyone else's.
We should like get the chairs in a circle lot and go around like, and talk about our problems at home and all that lot.
How would that help, do you think?
It will help you come like where you get the outside from you, like, and the inside out of you.
Like it feels good when like you've got something out of you that you really want to get out of you, instead of getting like really stressed or really upset about it. Because it makes me, when I tell someone, it makes me feel better to tell them rather than keep it to myself.
I don't think I'm the only one that would say this, but it makes you feel happy in that, because you know that you don't have to keep it locked up inside and someone knows that what's going on.
Doctors should have more time, because they never have enough time to sit there and listen.
They need to tell you more, because if you're caring for somebody and you don't know what's wrong with them and you're their next of kin but they're not going to tell you, somebody needs to tell you. So if you're a young carer and saying that you've got family that are going in and out of hospital, then you need somebody to talk to, and they can arrange you to talk to somebody, so they should.
You know, I've had my mum have to be taken to hospital so many times. All I wanted to do was just see how she was doing, but they don't really understand the needs of a child, because, you know, you've been there helping her so long. You can't stand to see her in such a state, not be there with her, and you know, it's kind of hard not to you know, be able to be next to her, because it's been like that all the time. So it feels different, and it's kind of hard to get used to.
What it's like to be disabled and to be a young carer, again, they need to understand. And like in hospital, I was standing by my sister's bed, but my sister was not feeling well, so she started puking, and the doctor just pushed me out the way. Yeah. It's not fair. I mean, they don't know. You want to be there. You don't want to be sitting outside in a waiting room. You want to be there, like, understanding what's going on. I think that doctors, just because you're a kid, they shouldn't look down on you because they think they're better than you, and they just shunt you out the way, when really, I'm actually the only person in my whole family that's with my sister 24/7.
If I go to hospital with my brother, then everybody will talk to, like, my dad. Like, they'll say, oh yeah, do this and it, but nobody talks to me, and they just treat me like I'm 7 or something. And it's like, I want to be involved in it and everything, but doctors just don't understand that, and they just kind of leave you like you're nothing.
You might be worrying about what a result of a scan or something is, and I don't think that they might be aware that there's another person involved. It's not just the person who's ill, it's everyone in the family who gets involved.
A lot of the time I never understood how my mum was ill. I never did. And I kind of picked up on it and read places, but I had to do that myself. If you've got a parent or a brother and sister who's mentally ill, how are you supposed to understand their moods and what they're going through themselves? And then that means that can affect the young carer, and then that can mean they develop mental illnesses and turn to things like self-harm. And you need a doctor to say, oh, this is what's wrong, this is what makes it different, and this is how you can help, and how you can talk to them, and how you can make them feel better with themselves, or however you're coping with that illness, because people don't do that. And most young carers don't. They know you can call it autism, or you can call it anything you want, but you still don't. That's just a name. What is the thing itself?
They should talk to the person that we care for and make sure everything's alright, and understand their situation, and make sure that the young carers are okay and can deal with it and everything, and are dealing with it fine, and it's not really upsetting them.